Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
She said, and smiled in her special way. Johnny, she said.
Over, man. Game over. The cars don't work on water.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Hello, bozos! It's Tuesday night. It's 10 o'clock Eastern Time, United States of America, and we are live. This is the Video Store Clerks Podcast. You're tuned in. Tonight's topic of discussion is my birthday pick, my late birthday pick, 1986's Short Circuit. 40 years we're celebrating of this classic film. So, if you're new to the show, welcome. Glad to have you here. Feel free to join us in the chat with any comments or input that you have, and we will be glad to discuss any topic. Oh, hello.
Hi, Mom.
Mama Nasty.
Nasty.
Always a pleasure to see you, or hear from you, rather. All right, tonight. Oh, another one. We got another comment. Johnny 5 is alive. Yes, indeed. And that's from our good friend Tamara.
Input.
Good to see you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. I will be your host for the evening. My name is Mike.
I'm Nasty.
Dave.
John Mike. Dave. The fuck
Dave's
are you
here. It's like seeing a ghost. He's back, folks. Dave
5 still alive.
Dave
I was
is back in the saddle.
videotapes.
He was returning some videotapes. Well, that's a lot of tapes, and we're glad to have you back, sir. So, as a custom here at the video store, each week we bring you the greatest news from around the world. So, cue the news.
Titans can win Saturday night in Jacksonville. They'll win the AFC South for a third consecutive season and make the playoffs for a fourth straight year. And if they can do all that, they would erase much of the pain and disappointment from here in the second half of the season.
Hi. Johnny 5.
Oh, don't mind me.
That's kind of funny.
Okay, I guess we're having a few difficulties, so we will be right back after this.
Just a man I met in the restroom.
I like how he just stood there and watched it roll by.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do at that point, right?
That's comic gold anytime something like that happens.
I think I would have just hopped on it and said, see you later.
Peace out, bitches. Well,
Yeah.
All right, so.
happy belated birthday, Michael.
Hey,
Oh, wait,
thank you. I
Dave.
appreciate that. Oh, yeah, Dave's the reader.
You want me to read them?
Well, you're the reader.
Okay, I'll be the reader.
Well, you fucked that one up. All right.
All right.
All right.
Who?
The news, our customary news process starts off with the man downtown, Chad Mang. And in his possession is the top 10 domestic films.
We
Chad,
got a
what do you
bunch
got
of
for us?
shit this week.
Do we? Ooh, yummy,
Well,
yummy.
we got number 10, the re-release of Lord of the Rings Two Towers. Did 2.4 million this week.
Not a fan.
Nope.
Trees walking for hours.
I respect the whole, like, you know, all the literature and the movies and all that. Just, I got better things to do.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Camera.
I would have went for a ride on that camera. Lol.
That's what she said. No, really, that's what she said.
She did. Number 9, Anaconda did 3.3 mil this week, doing 59.2 mil the last 4 weeks.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
Number
I
8.
heard it was all right. I heard it was fun.
I'll watch it when it comes out for free on one of my paid streaming platforms.
Oh yeah.
Number 8, Greenland 2 Migration did 3.4 mil this week, doing 14.1 mil the last 2 weeks.
That's such
What
a
movie?
weird name. We
What
talked
movie
about
is
this.
it?
Greenland 2 Migration.
Greenland. I think you said Green Lantern at first. I was like, when did that happen?
Fuck those movies.
Yeah, fuck
It sounds the title sounds so weird. It sounds like some kind of Nat Geo fucking movie or something like that.
Kinda
Women of the
weird it's
Amazon.
called Greenland.
Titties everywhere.
Migration.
What was the movies Ben Stiller did in Tropic Thunder?
Oh,
Scorcher. Scorcher. Something Earth. Iced Earth or some shit too.
Yeah.
That's a band, ain't it?
Scorched Earth?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
Iced
Scorched Earth. He did the Ice Age one too or whatever. Number 7. The re-release of Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring did $3.4 million.
is just re-release all of them? Is that
No.
the
I
gimmick?
think so.
Not the third one.
Fuck it.
Lord of the Rings is back on top. Number 6, Primate did 5 mil this week, doing 19.6 the last 2 weeks.
Heard good things about that movie too.
I've heard
Maybe.
both, but I've heard more good.
I'll watch the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And number 5 is Marty Supreme. Did 5.4 mil, doing 79.6 the last 5 weeks.
I guess Dirt to Dirt isn't in the top 10.
No, it's gone.
It's long gone, Dave. You missed out.
Gone. You missed.
Yep.
Number 4, Housemaid did 88.5 mil this week, doing 107 the last 5 weeks. And number 3, Zootopia 2 did 9.1 mil this week, doing $390 million the last 8 weeks.
Heard that's the
Damn.
highest grossing animated movie ever now.
I believe it. I believe it.
I can't wait to watch it, actually. I'll probably wait until it comes out, too.
Then number 2 is the newcomer, 28 days or years later, Bone Temple.
I am so pissed off about this film.
It did $13 million this weekend.
Did you see
And
it?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. All I've seen is my entire feed with reactions and all kinds of shit about this film.
Yeah.
And I'm pissed because I haven't watched any of the 28 days later stuff. So, and if this is actually a good film, like everybody's saying it is, and it has some kind of crazy fucked up ending or whatever, I now have to go back and watch all these other films to figure out probably what's going on with this film.
So you've not seen any of them?
I've seen the first one,
Okay.
and then I gave up.
That's all
You
you
didn't,
need
like,
to see.
you, didn't like, you didn't like it?
It's all right.
I liked
That's
it.
where I was at. I was kind of like, meh, whatever.
Yeah, these new ones look pretty interesting, but I heard that like the first one, like it drops off, so I was waiting for the second one, and eventually I'll watch them both back to back. But you know,
I'm curious.
Is alive.
I'm curious if it's connected to all the other films. Like, do I have to go and watch the other films, or can I just watch this as standalone? I don't know. I need input.
I mean, you might want to go back and watch the other ones though.
Probably. There's if anything, if it's not
I didn't care
directly,
for the last one. Years later,
if it's not directly like a part of the last film, then there's probably shit in there that I probably need to know. I would assume, but
Yeah.
I just keep hearing all this crazy stuff. So
fuck it.
And I'm curious about it. It looks different from the other ones, so you know, it looks more. It has more of a I don't know, a Cannibal Holocaust look to it, like feel to it, like kind of thing.
it's supposed to be crazy. Like all that.
It
See all
looks
these.
pretty. I'll
I
give
see
it that.
all these reaction videos, all this different shit. So I'm like, okay, is it like with The Walking Dead? Whenever they do Fear of the Walking Dead and these other ones, you don't really have to know what's going on in the other series.
No.
It's like almost like a standalone. So I don't know if that's the case here or not, but hear a lot of feedback about this film.
I know
Walking,
our
Walking
buddy,
Dead every episode. Look, it's the dead, and they're walking.
I know our buddy Cody Leach loved it, so we'll see. And number 1, the movie nobody's talking about, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yeah. I
Did
forgot about it.
$14.5 million and did $365 million the last 5
Who's
weeks.
fucking watching this movie?
That's what
Who
I'm
the
gonna
fuck is
do.
watching this movie?
Okay. Like
It's a conspiracy.
I never like they make a fortune, but I never see like Reddit groups. I never see anybody in cosplay. I never hear anybody talking about these movies.
It's never
But
packed.
they make
in
a fortune.
theaters.
I've never seen
I
any
just-
reactions on YouTube either.
Is it like some kind of weird drug front
Mm.
that's going
Who
on?
knows with Hollywood, man? There's
Who
something to it.
knows?
I don't buy it. It's weird. It's
But
weird.
that is the end of the top 10 movie list this week.
It's like as soon as they leave theaters, nobody cares. Nobody talks about them anymore.
Yeah, I don't know one person that actually likes those fucking movies. I saw the first. I've said it before. I saw the first one in theaters. Fell asleep. It was a 3D film, and I fell asleep. I was bored as shit.
Yes.
Fire and ass.
Yes. Fire
That's a
and
different
ass.
movie.
That's why Dave was at the video store so long. Hey,
Ass
well,
is
this
on
week,
fire.
gentlemen, we have some deaths, just a couple, and then some birthdays. But rest in peace, Tucker Zimmerman, at the age of 84, passed away next to his wife this past week. So that's
Who's
fun.
that?
What the fuck was that?
He was the singer.
Oh yes, a singer.
The singer.
I don't know. Like he's been around for a long time. Like he used to kick it with David Bowie back in the day.
Bowie.
He was like a folksy type singer, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds familiar, but it's not what I usually hear.
And then Rob Hurst passed away at the age of 70.
Midnight Oil guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So some musicians passed. No celebrities. No film peoples.
I thought there was. I don't know.
I never.
I looked, I couldn't find shit.
That design.
Oh yeah, Valentino,
Okay, that's it.
Oh yeah.
the fashion designer, passed away.
He hung in there.
That's
He
a
was
shame.
about 90-ish.
Not
Late
sure.
80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
take a
know
look
about
on the old.
fashion.
Gucci man.
93. No, he's
90.
not Gucci. Valentino Couture. All right. Are you
Valentino.
not familiar?
No, I shop at Walmart. I don't fucking know who the hell this is. They rest in peace and all, but I don't know fashion.
They're actually
I know
going to take.
Chuck. That's all I know.
They're going to actually take his leathery skin and make a bag out of it as a remembrance.
It'd be really cool if that was actually what they were going to do.
They're not.
Right?
He's not that cool.
No, I was going to
Like
say.
I always say, whenever I die, I want to be skinned and have all my tattoos preserved,
I've heard a few
Okay.
people say that.
then burnt, crispy, extra crispy. Birthdays this week.
Happy birthday.
I feel fucking old. So Skeet Ulrich turned 56
Wow.
today.
Chuck's good buddy.
Yeah. Urinal cakes.
Bathroom buddy.
Rainn Wilson turned 60.
From The Office.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And yesterday, Dolly Parton turned 80, and Tennessee labeled that as Dolly Parton Day.
There you go. She
Makes
is
sense.
national treasure.
Oh, yeah.
She is. And aren't they closing Dollywood?
I
Yeah,
believe they already did.
Yeah.
Or did they? Okay. I knew something was up with that.
It was wasn't it Batista's birthday?
2 days ago.
2 days.
Dave Bautista.
Happy
I don't
birthday.
know how old he turned, but I did see his birthday was the 18th. So that's the deaths and birthdays on the list.
Happy birthday.
And random other news and events. Tim Busfield has finally turned himself in to the New Mexico PD
God.
for his child allegations.
That was fucking out of nowhere. I was like, man, I haven't seen that guy's face since I was a kid, I guess. That sounds kind of weird in that, but
Yeah.
like, like on a TV show, like what was it? What was that one show he was on? Was it 30
It was one of
something?
those. Was it
30
West
something.
Wing?
30
Or,
something.
what was the
30
other show
something.
he was on?
30 something.
I think my mom used to
Oh,
watch
yeah,
that.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
And also,
Yeah.
David Allard. Yeah,
David Allen Coe.
David Allan Coe. Edgar Allan Poe had a birthday today. Don't know how
Yes.
old he would have been, but pretty
Yesterday.
fucking old. Yesterday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
I just thought of David Allan
David
Coe.
Allen
and
Edgar Poe.
Now-
I just had an image in my head of Edgar Allan Poe and David Allan Coe mixed, and it's kind of funny.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, imagine if we like did an album of David Allan Coe reading Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh God!
Happy belated birthday, Mike.
Thank you.
Mama Nasty.
I appreciate that for real.
We got some other news. Ryan Hurst is going to be playing Kratos in the Gods of War series. Should be a good pick. I know they were hitting, I don't know, that's on fake books, so I don't believe shit anymore.
Oh wait,
I know before they said something about Triple H playing him.
That's the guy from Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yeah,
Opie. That's what I
Yeah,
thought. Okay.
yeah.
I can see that.
I had an addendum to the last news thing. I had just seen it recently. They were talking about there was a twist in the Busfield case where I guess they got audio from I don't know a while back from the kids saying that he never did anything to them, so he never touched them. So who knows? This is all going to play out in court, I assume, but
Weird.
who knows?
Oh my goodness.
It's like when a dude from Seventh Heaven got busted. I was like, Jesus Christ. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, I mean, there's so many people out there that try to
pieces
just
of shit, right? Oh no.
That and the people that try to get money, from these guys, So
Heyday.
Got
to put my kids through college.
Hopefully, just the truth comes out, and then either justice is served, or this man can get his life back. Whatever the case may be.
All right.
Yep.
And then,
or they can have a public execution if he ends up guilty.
Bring him back.
Bring him back. Bring the kids, the whole
how I
family.
wanna go.
Make some picnics.
That's how I want to go, as long as I can pick my lineup.
Hung in public.
Yeah.
That's a crime, Mike. That's why Pee Wee went to jail.
Ah!
The Fresh Prince house is on the market for sale for the first time in 48 years. So I wonder how much they're going to fucking pay for that.
Too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Superman 2 news. They're going to bring a female villain of Maxima in. She was the villain, because she used to hang out with Brainiac in the 1992 Panic in the Sky story. So we'll see what they do from there. Everybody thought it was going to be Wonder Woman because they said they were going to bring in a female character. Nah.
Nah.
No. Ain't going to do it. Ain't going to do it. Ain't going to do it.
Superman.
And this year, Super Bowl 60, Green Day will be opening the ceremonies, and they will be bringing MVPs from past Super Bowls into their set.
It's going to be really interesting, like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre join them on stage, along with the Backstreet Boys or whoever.
What?
Who is the fucking... Is the halftime show Green Day this year? Or are they just doing the opening?
They're doing the opening. It's
So there's just the opening.
halftime show is Bad Bundy.
Who the fuck is that?
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bundy?
Bundy is an inside joke, so everybody watching is like, what the hell are you talking about? Bad Bunny is the halftime show. You don't know Bad Bunny?
No,
No,
David
I don't
Mike the only ones to get it.
I have no clue who the fuck that is whatsoever. And I thought Green Day was doing the halftime. I didn't realize it was a whole.
It's just the opening. That's going to be a shitty Super
I mean, I'm
Bowl.
not going to watch it either way, but
Maybe. I might be there. I'm gonna be in Santa Clara, but I don't know if I'm gonna be at the game yet.
I just wish that they would actually for once have a halftime show that was like hard rock, heavy metal stuff.
Love Green Day.
I haven't seen
Like Pantera, Metallica up there, like
Metallica,
metal, like a medley of all their shit. That'd be cool as fuck.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough to top Prince's halftime performance.
That's what I just said.
I mean,
I haven't seen a good one since Prince. Or if you want to count Janet Jackson's titty. Like, hell,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yes.
Titty.
Full on titty.
But
All right.
did Rihanna do a halftime show once?
Yeah, I think wasn't she pregnant at the time?
Yeah,
too?
that was the whole weird. Yeah, she was like
Everybody's
yeah,
like, what?
Yeah, I was
Weird.
okay with that, but I have a thing for her though. So.
That's weird. I got a bunch of reboots nobody asked for coming up.
Uh-oh.
Look out.
I'd rather have Green Day for halftime.
True.
Yeah.
True. So the Rockford Files is getting rebooted and put on NBC.
Because fuck it, why not?
You mean on WNBC?
WNBC. So there's one. We got a release date for Michael Flanagan's Exorcist reboot to be coming out in March 12th, 2027. Then we have the rebirth of Paranormal Activity coming out in 2027. And Yeah, that's it. Fuck the bozos.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about Exorcist, but
I am. That's about it. But the rest of it, don't care. I don't believe in ghosts. So paranormal activity does not involve me.
and yes, I agree, Mom. There hasn't really been a really good halftime show in a long time. But again, I don't watch it anyway.
The Foo Fighters.
Were they on there?
Yeah, forever ago.
Huh.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Agreed.
Me too.
Oh,
What?
so I have all these. One of my favorite parts of the movie. I just want to say this now before I forget. I could do this throughout the show if you want. I got all my favorite Ben quotes.
Okay.
And I'll start with "Goodbye, crazy lady. I enjoyed repeatedly throwing you to the ground."
Yeah.
That shit's so fun.
We'll do a random Ben quote throughout the show.
We're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Just don't get carried away.
I
Well, yeah.
won't
So
do
is
the
that the news?
That is the news.
All right. Well, there you have it. Tons of interesting input from the Chad Meng.
I don't know about that, but that's some shit on there.
There's some shit. A little that where see shit. Anyway, let's get right to it. Topic of discussion: 1986's Short Circuit, directed by Judd Badham. Director also did Saturday Night Fever, War Games, and one of Chuck's favorite movies, Drop Zone. Yes,
Yeah. I have that
among
written
other
down.
films. Among other films,
Drop Zone.
100%. But
Drop
yeah,
Duke.
film had a budget of about 15 mil. Did the box office at 40.7 million. Good day at the office. This is a classic, man. Wow. It's one of those ones that I actually hadn't seen it in a while. I thought I had seen it more recent, but then whenever I went back and watched it, I was like, wait a minute. It was Short Circuit 2 that I had seen more recent. And I had forgot how good this fucking film is. And it's like, dude, I was laughing out loud at some of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it had such a good time revisiting this. Do you guys remember, like, whenever you were younger, what like your impressions were of the film? Chuck, you go ahead. You're nodding your head.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
No.
But both of them were, but I always loved this one. My dad used to tape everything off of HBO.
Mm-hmm.
So he had everything. And that was one that I always watched. Like it was just happened to be there, so I just watched it. It was on HBO a lot too. But yeah, as a kid, I don't know. And watching this after not seeing it for many years, like I hadn't seen it since I was probably a little younger than Dax. But there was moments where I remember being a kid and like, like hanging out in the living room or the den and watching it and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, it was good. It was always one that always stuck with me. And I'm glad that I watched it with Dax and he'd never seen it. And he really enjoyed it. So it was a good one.
What about you, Dave?
Yeah, this was one of Gary's favorite movies. He had it on tape, and that was the first time I saw it. I think he might have got it off HBO too, Chuck. I think he taped it off something. But anyway, yeah, that was the first time I saw this movie, and I went to go see the second one. I'd seen the second one many more times than I've seen the first one. For some reason, but yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw this movie, man. It's been a long, long time since I've seen this one.
For real.
And yeah, so especially like Steve Guttenberg, seeing him again in all his 80s glory. The voice of Johnny Five. What was his name? Blaney? Tim
Blaney.
Blaney.
God, I keep forgetting her name. What's the lead?
Ali Sheedy?
Ali Sheedy?
Yeah. I never was a big fan of hers.
I wasn't either.
Like, I don't hate her or nothing, but it's just
Sure.
like, I don't know.
I
never had a crush on
her.
I never had a crush on her. I was a Elizabeth Shue guy.
Sure.
Oh, well, yeah.
All right, we'll get to the cast here momentarily. Chad, what about you? What is your earliest memories of this film?
I couldn't tell you whenever I saw it. Like it was probably like you guys said, something on HBO, probably like in a year later or whatever after it came out. But I always had fun watching this. I've definitely seen the second one way more too. I just think it's a little more comedic element to it.
Yeah.
Then you can't go wrong with fucking the Bonnie Tyler song blaring in the background.
Oh yeah.
And this one here, like the soundtrack, I don't know. Like my biggest disappointment for me going back and watching this is the end credit song is fucking terrible. Like it totally, it doesn't match the film at all. Like they should have fucking used the Johnny song at the end too, even though that song was way overplayed. But like with them just like going back and showing like highlights of the film and then throwing in the slow jam song, like that shit fucking it fucked with me. I had to turn it off.
It was 86.
Yeah.
They did it all the time back then.
They just needed to have more of an upbeat song to it since surprise he's still running around. But
yeah.
And speaking of, with it being 86, mid 80s, this was like the perfect time for robots. This was at the forefront of technology. So, even now, 40 years later, it's one of those things where you can watch it and the practical effects look so good. They had mentioned that they wanted to do some kind of stop motion animation or something like that originally with the Johnny 5 or number 5, because obviously it's number 5 throughout the entire film. He doesn't really get named Johnny until the end, but we always know him as Johnny 5.
Yeah.
They wanted to do animation, and that would have been terrible. They ended up making 17 of these robots, the special effects crew, and it ended up costing about $3 million of that $15 million budget. So definitely worth it, because the practical effects in this with the robot, man, it's seamless. There's so many different scenes where it's like, it might just be the hand or something that they're using for puppeteering, but everything just looks so good. Like it's believable. It's not like clunky or anything like that. Yeah. And it was at a time, like I said, where the robots were being a big thing, for kids of the 80s. They're like, this is new to us. You got like batteries not included. We had Terminator stuff. All these different robots and androids are becoming popular. And this is kind of a different version. I think one of the original scripts actually had it where it was kind of a little bit darker or a little bit more serious. And they ended up going a comedic route, which I think is so much better. You can have so much fun with this film. And it's like the humor, even though it's not like, there's no trash humor in it, as far as like, obviously there's no profanity. It's a family film.
There's some profanity.
There is, but I mean, nothing hardcore.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's so entertaining from so many different aspects. You can watch it as a kid and love it as a robot, love the robot. And now you can love it as, if you're watching as a robot or an AI right now, if you've gone and watched Short Circuit, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it has represented your community well.
I absolutely love this film. See,
Me
the
too.
80s rocked.
It did. Mm-hmm. And
unless you're Quentin.
Yeah, like for me, whenever I saw it as a kid, I loved this robot. I thought this robot was the coolest thing ever. Now going back and revisiting it older, there's so much more I enjoyed from this film. Like I had a blast. Like I said, I was laughing out loud at certain things. Just the back and forth between Ben and Newton Crosby. Shit was cracking me up so much. Yeah. And we'll get to that a little bit more here in a little bit. But just different stuff that I didn't really pick up on as a kid. For me, it was just always about the robot. There was even a robot that went around to schools that was similar. Dave, do you remember Punchy the robot?
Oh, I remember Punchy the robot.
No?
Get the boxing gloves on?
Yeah. It was a robot that went around to schools and would talk about like, drug prevention and all this different stuff. I'm going to see if I could pull it up, a picture of him. But I remember this clearly, and it always reminded me of Johnny 5. Let me see if I can. What was the robot in Rocky that you? Oh shit!
Happy birthday, Paulie.
Yeah. What was it? What they call it?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. Okay, here. Oh, I found it. This is fucking awesome.
You found Punchy or?
I found Punchy. I found Punchy. Let me see here.
Oh,
I don't remember this at all. Was I returning videotapes that day too?
it's possible.
It was probably right around when we were in like, I want to say like 5th grade, Dave. I don't know if it came to Crescent Town.
SICO, whatever the hell on Rocky Ford.
Yeah, Seco.
All right, so here's Punchy the robot from back in the day. I don't know if
I don't remember this at all.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
I finally remember something you don't. Weird.
so. Yeah, this robot would go around to all the schools and educate kids. It was a fun thing, and it was just it like I said, it fell in that time period where kids were so interested in robots and technology, where Short Circuit filled that void in a film sense, where as a kid you can watch it, and it's not like Terminator. You're a little kid watching Terminator, like, holy shit, this is a fun little robot. So they were called Saints originally. There was 5 different robots, and of course the military wanted to use them for evil, to attack the enemy or whatever. So all these robots were designed for the military originally.
You don't remember Punchy either. I don't remember Punchy. I don't know what they're talking about.
It's good shit.
It's a real thing. All right. That
It
was
is.
a real photo. Okay.
I think it was
I did not-
terrifying looking.
It's not that well, a little bit. Oh wait. Okay. Let me see if I can.
Let's scare the kids where they won't do drugs.
Fuck
Or
it.
Punchy will eat you.
Here's a. Oh man. I hope you don't get fucking burnt on this. Gotta keep it like.
Meet Punchy the Robot, the hottest new special event to roll into town. Punchy can entertain crowds of people all over campus. Yeah, even in classrooms. And during registration. He's great for special events and family days, and can even be a master of ceremonies.
Is this where he slaughters the children?
Loves to clown around in class, or just cruise the campus making friends. He shows up everywhere and always has something to say.
Wow. Oh, I don't even want. Psychology? Go ahead, analyze me. Analyze me. I don't mind. Go ahead. What do you want to know?
So there you have.
So at the end of it, he turned into the fucking insult clown.
Apparently, the 80s version, the Temu version, before Temu of Johnny Five. So
He didn't cost no $11 million.
no, probably not. But I would hope not. So yeah, like I said, developed for the military. The whole premise is they're going to use these robots for dropping missile or taking missiles into war zones and all this different stuff. We see the film starting off with a kind of a demonstration of what these robots can do. It's an interesting shot. It's almost like a James Cameron type shot where you have a beautiful field with red flowers and everything like that. And you don't really hear anything. And then all of a sudden the audio kicks in and you have a tank rolling over the flowers. It was a poignant little shot or whatever. And then you have all these military vehicles coming in, and you see the different Saint robots coming out of the bunkers and destroying the enemy targets, which are just dummies on different transports. So they display what they can do. What is the head of the department or whatever? I can't remember what he's called, what his position is called, but
Dr. Marner?
Yeah. Played by Austin Pendleton. You remember him? Chuck, you remember him?
Which guy is this?
The lead,
The stuttering lawyer from My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, that's what. Yeah.
As soon as I seen him, I was like, "Oh shit, there he is!" And I was like, "I remember him now." But yeah, Austin Pendleton plays Dr. Marner, and he presents this whole package. We lost him.
We said package and they left.
You're a bit blurry.
Weird.
But yeah, he's trying to sell these robots. He's trying to get Congress to approve it. I think one of the senator woman's there and everything. And they want to meet with the person who designed the robot, which is played by Steve Guttenberg. He's playing Newton Crosby, PhD. Steve Guttenberg back in the saddle. You know, obviously we know him from Police Academy films. Some people know him from 3 Men and a Baby.
Boyfriend School.
So many different things. And now he's the lead in this film as Newton Crosby. His sidekick is Fisher Stevens, a very different look than Fisher Stevens, which we'll touch on here. But he plays Ben. We see these guys. They're basically running the robotics for just a glitch. Running the robotics for Nova Robotics. They're in charge of the robots and all kinds of different other things. Martyr wants them to he wants Crosby to come out and hobnob with the senators, try to help him sell these robots. What?
It's such a weird word to use for like
hobnob.
Go out there and just fucking slob some knobs real quick, and then
not slob the knob.
we'll get these
Hobnob.
fucking robots on their way.
Hobnob, man. But Crosby, you know, he's very antisocial for the most part. He's like he just wants to hang out with his robots and not really deal with people and all this stuff. So he doesn't want to. He ends up going out there, and one of the robots ends up getting pushed into the. Oh no, wait. The one of the robots is on the platform. That's what it was. And there's a storm coming because they all moved inside. The storm's coming. They're trying to offload these robots. One of them's still on the platform, and wouldn't you know it, lightning strikes, and we have the Frankenstein moment where the robot comes to life, but we don't know yet. Frankenfurter. No, that's a different movie. But yes, the Frankenstein moment, the robot gets hit by lightning. They check it out. Everything looks okay, but we come to find out as he's going back into the facilities that everything is not okay. Something has changed. He's running into the wall. There's all kinds of weird things going on with him. He's disoriented, which is strange because he's a robot. He ends up getting pushed onto a truck with other trash and ends up leaving the facility. And so it begins. The premise is they're hunting down this robot that's been taken away from this facility. One of these robots that they're afraid is going to freaking kill a bunch of people. It's malfunctioning to them. And what does he say? He's like, oh, what if he decides to nuke a bus full of nuns or whatever? How'd you like to write the headline for that?
Nun soup.
So, yeah.
That's to say, like that fucking robot that's taking the trash out that pushes him out the fucking door is the strongest robot ever.
Yeah,
because these fucking robots are on tracks.
Sure,
and pushing the track sideways is not an easy fucking thing to do.
No, but apparently these robots were only weighed like 250 pounds. Because you even see it. I wondered later on, once they catch him. And like the three guys come over and lift him up. I'm like, oh, you know, he can't be that heavy.
Organism.
Yeah, they all pick him up and load him up onto the truck. So I was like, you know, he can't be that heavy, you know.
Right.
But still. But yeah. What do you think about this like first act where we kind of get introduced to the robots and see him actually the process of how he becomes alive?
I mean, it is like your typical Frankenstein story. He gets juiced, fucking wakes up, and he's like, fuck it, I'm real.
And we get there pretty quick, too. You know, they move the story along pretty fast. I know, like, in some iterations of the script, that was one part they were struggling with is how does number 5 become alive? You know, there was some, like, aliens come down to Earth and
I remember that
to life. They almost went like a RoboCop like direction with it, which, like you said earlier, would have been almost a horror film. But they found, even though the lightning was kind of lame, it worked.
Oh, it was very simplistic in nature, where it's like, okay, you know, it's not one of those things you're like, what the heck? You know, if they would have had aliens coming down or some goofy shit, that would have killed it. But
Mac and me.
Yeah.
there you go. But no, keep it simple, stupid. Just hit him with lightning. He comes to life. Okay. I get behind that. Okay, so he goes off. He's on his own now. He's discovering the world through his innocent little eyes or sensors. Seeing butterflies and all kinds of stuff. Are you okay, Chuck?
He's fine.
What is it?
Oh, nothing.
I like his little fucking
like almost like eyebrows.
Yeah.
That are moving like the butterfly he sees or whatever.
Oh.
So not only do we have Austin Pendleton as Dr. Martyr, but we have a great actor. We have G.W. Bailey, who has worked in the past previously with Steve Gutenberg on the Police Academy films as Captain Harris. And he almost reprises that role in this film where he's the very authoritative head of, I guess, security for Nova Robotics. And I mean, it's almost identical to Harris. I mean, you could just slap him into a different suit and you wouldn't know the difference. So it was I love G.W. Bailey, man. He nails these roles no matter what. I can sit and watch him. He is so funny, just the way he does his lines and the comedic timing of the stuff he says. And especially the chemistry that he had with Gutenberg. Harrison Mahoney, and now you got what is Schroeder is his name.
Scrotum.
Same thing. But I think they said that they intentionally named him Schroeder just so they could do the scrotum joke at some point. So you got Schroeder and Crosby in this one, and the dynamic, the chemistry is still there. So I love watching these two work together. And like I said, G.W. Bailey, man, he's so good. We know him from Police Academy and all, but he's been a part of The Closer and Major Crimes for years. If you ever watch those TV shows, he's one of the main guys in those shows, which I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't watched the entire series or anything like that. But such a good actor, man. I wish he could be in some more stuff. I would love to see him come back. I've always said I'd love to see a crossover between Police Academy and Super Troopers. I feel like they might have missed the boat on that one. That would have been a great little mashup.
That'd have been fun.
Yeah. Like I almost feel like that should have been the premise in the first Super Troopers. I mean, Super Troopers is great the way it is. It's pretty much a perfect film. But if you were going to have anybody be the city cops, it could have been the Police Academy guys or something like that because they were city cops. But I digress. That's a whole other conversation. So now you have G.W. Bailey as Schroeder. He's on the hunt for the robot. He's one of these old school military guys who doesn't like this fancy robotics bullshit. To him, it's like, okay, human, you're not going to replace us. We're going to do the job. We don't need you. And in his mind, he'd just rather blow the damn things up. And it's throughout the film, they're just constantly trying to convince him, like, no, don't do this. Don't blow it up. This is worth $11 million. So we're going to try to catch it first. Right. And that's what Gutenberg and Fisher Stevens are trying to do. They're just trying to bring it back. And little do they know that what has happened is a miracle. This thing has come to life. So they're trying to hunt it down. It ends up, they ended up knocking off the bridge. One of the military guys knocks it off the bridge. Johnny Five parachutes onto the back of a truck, ends up being what is it, Stephanie's Snack Shack?
Yeah.
A fun little food truck ran by Ali Sheedy's character, Stephanie Speck. Ali Sheedy, a lot of people remember. She worked with John Badham in War Games already, so he was already familiar with her. CNMO's Fire. She was a member of the Brat Pack. And of course, everybody remembers her from The Breakfast Club. And this is quite a departure from her character in The Breakfast Club. Allison
She
Reynolds.
looks good in The Breakfast Club. I will say that.
that was always a point of contention for a lot of people, because at the end
Agreed.
of Breakfast Club, they try to do the makeover for her, and she looked better the way she was. Yeah. It's like, what are you trying to do here? But yeah, this is definitely a departure from that character in Breakfast Club, because she was so much of a, people call her goth. I would say more emo, wearing all black, messy hair and everything like that. Very much the loner type in Breakfast Club. In this film, she's very bubbly, friendly, outgoing.
Hippie.
What's that?
Hippie.
Hippie? A little bit. Yeah. She loves animals,
She loves her animals.
She can't stop cats and everything, skunks, you name it. She's going to try to bring all these animals in and take care of them. So
you have geese?
Maybe that's my deal. Like I love goth chicks, but me and hippies never did get along.
Yeah,
it's true.
For some reason. Mm-hmm.
I can relate.
Yeah,
I lived with a couple at one time, and they did not like me very much.
They all smell like patchouli.
I mean, they were cool. I just kept stealing their food out of the fridge.
Oh, fuck it.
Because I was a dick. Yeah. It was okay. They didn't have any. I got pissed off one time because I was living with 8 people, and 2 of them were hippies, and I didn't have any food, and I wasn't spending my money wisely, and I was hungry, and there was only one thing in the fridge, and it was a sub sandwich, and I ate the fuck out of it. There wasn't a bit of meat on that damn thing, and she yelled up at me later on, and she was like, "Did you eat my sandwich?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Why the hell did you do that?" I was like, "I don't know, but I regret it." And she's like, "Well, I hope you enjoyed it." I was like, "Hell no, it sucked. Need more meat next time." Hated me after that. Then I had to ask her for a rod. That sucked. Anyway, continue.
Hey, can I have a rod?
Hey, man, I ate your sandwich. Can I have a rod?
I was not popular there in Hippie Town.
Loved Ali Sheedy. Yep, she did a great job in this film, I think. She's very much a good counterpart to Johnny Five, and it kind of introduced him to the world. Whenever she first sees him, she thinks he's an alien.
Which I don't understand that. Like
I mean,
I knew they'd pick me.
It's the 80s. So I guess, when you see something that you've never seen before, they kind of make it, kind of weird. Whenever she first has the food truck pop open and there's the red glowing lights and all this stuff, you're kind of like, all right, what's this all about? Well, obviously we know what it is, but her character is just kind of off-put by all of it.
This is a house. It has windows.
Yeah, so she's trying to communicate to him. Got forward, and all this stuff.
Input.
He just needs more input because he's like an infant at this point,
like
essentially.
Encyclopedias and shit.
Yeah, and he's just like running through the whole catalog of encyclopedias, and now he has input. He has information in his memory base, and that's the shit that starts cracking me up. Is whenever he just starts blurting out all this random shit, like he goes over and what was he saying?
Spaghetti.
Yeah, with no pasta, semolini, spaghetti, and he's like dumping it out. And he's like, "Oh, it's sauce," and he's like just making a fucking mess. And for some reason that cracks me up because I just like random chaos. I don't know, but
Well, in the beginning of that scene too, like it cracks me up whenever she walks in the door and she just like snatches this little fucking kitten out of nowhere and she's like throwing it around in her arms and I'm like, what are you doing to this fucking poor little kitten? And then she just tosses it on the ground. I'm like, this poor little guy.
Oh yeah, and before Johnny even gets there, we get introduced to her ex-boyfriend Frank, who's played by Brian McNamara, who is also in Arachnophobia.
That's where I remember him from.
Yeah, he's your stereotypical douchebag ex-boyfriend. And you really hate him right out the gate because he's like at her house trying to take her dog and he's like, "Oh, I'm just going to take him down and have him looked at or whatever." But she sees the crate and sees that it's like for medical research. That's what so he's like trying to donate this dog to medical research to get money. He couldn't have got much for it. So
what was the dog's name? Like Beasley or something?
Beasley. Yeah.
It only had 3 legs.
He did.
Yeah. It's a tripod.
And how he got on the roof is beyond me.
I don't know. Had to be rough.
Yeah.
Didn't he drive a Trans Am too?
Yeah.
Who, the dog?
Or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
yeah, that's what it was. So yeah,
B7 Camaro.
so yeah, we got Stephanie trying to introduce Johnny to the world. You know, all these different things. He's already read all the books.
Wait a second. She actually, let's go back when after she, like, turns on TV and all this or whatever, she finds out that he's like not an alien and he's just a robot.
Well, that's later, but yeah.
Yeah, and he falls off the
So,
thing through the roof.
Yeah, so she gives him the TV because she's tired of, he's already read all the books. She gives him the
okay, I thought it was
turns on the TV, and now he's consuming television just like this. And apparently, one of his favorite things is the Three Stooges. He loves to watch the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Don't we all? But yeah, he's going through, and another one of the things he loves is all the commercials because he imitates all these different commercials. And it's just funny seeing him behave like that. It's like he's thinking like, okay, this is how humans behave. Is like, no, this is a silly commercial or whatever, And especially in the second one, whenever that guy that I'm manic, I'm frantic, I'm in a panic or whatever, that always cracks me up.
I had to watch that one. I didn't get a chance to watch it earlier.
Okay, but yeah,
forever.
But yeah, he's introduced to television. He's going through and he's seeing all this crazy shit on TV. So what? Then that's when later on she's taking him outside. He's watched TV all night long because obviously he's a robot. He doesn't have to sleep, and she wants to show him other things now. It's daylight. She wants to take him out and show him the beautiful sun and explain those things to him and everything like that. And then that's where he meets Beasley, and the dog starts barking at him, and he's afraid of the dog for whatever reason. He doesn't have to be. He's a robot. But he ends up backing up and crashing. I feel like if that robot would have crashed like that in real life, he probably would have been fucked up beyond repair.
He landed on his head, but then somehow he was laying on his back in the fucking chicken coop.
Yeah, but then she sees his little tag,
little Nova tag.
Yeah, stating that he's a robot, and she's like, "You're a robot? I'll let you destroy my house." And it's so funny because she's like going off. She's like, "Oh, I'm such an idiot," and he's like, "Idiot, adultish," naming all these things, and she's like, "Jerk of the world, turkey, idiot, pain in the ass." I love how he just randomly rifling off all these different ways to say a certain word.
But she's so excited when she thinks he's an alien at first, and it's like, and she gets kind of mad. She gets all pissed off and all that shit. And it's like, you know what? It's still kind of cool. You're being able to interact with a fucking robot. Like,
well, she's mad because he's from Nova, and she's like, oh, that's the war mongers up there or whatever.
Yeah, but still, I think she acts like a complete bitch.
Beasley.
Beachy.
That's she wants to return him. She's looking for a reward. and Martyr, I'll give you a tour of our facilities.
I like whenever she's like, how much is one of these things worth? He's like, a couple $100.
It's like,
we got a tour we can give you.
It's like, come on, guy, just bring it in, whatever, give her money. But yeah, now he's learned. He learns about death. This is his first interaction with the grass. He sees the grasshopper in the yard. He starts hopping around.
Disassemble.
Yeah, he lands on the grasshopper, and he wants her to reassemble it. She can't. She explains to him, it's dead. Once you're dead, you're dead. And then he realizes that, that is equate to disassemble, which is what Nova wants to do to him. They want to take him apart. They think he's malfunctioning. They want to do all these things. And so in his mind, they're trying to kill him. Yeah. So now we have established the not enemy, but just the opposition for Johnny Five is now he realizes that they're after him to do some type of harm to him, because in his mind he knows he's alive, but he hasn't convinced anybody else yet. So with that being said, is there anything else that I might have glossed over, or is there certain things about these different scenes that stood out for you guys? Anything in particular?
I'm trying to think which part where we're at, because I know, like, I get jumbled up with all the house scenes. I know they come back to the house later.
Yeah,
Right.
same.
So the dance scene's later.
Yeah.
But then he gets all pissed, scared, and fucking steals her truck.
Yeah. Because now they know where he's at, and they're coming to get him. So, you know, I love how he puts the box over his head and he's shaking. Like, no. So he's like obviously showing human emotions that he's scared. You know, like we said, he was kind of scared of the dog. And you see all these different things. He's just not malfunctioning. So yeah, now it's a race to find him between Newton Crosby and Ben and Schroeder and his team. You know, both with different objectives once they get to him. But this is where we kind of see more of the dynamic between Ben and Newton Crosby, and obviously the point of contention in this film is Fisher Stevens and the fact that he is playing an Indian character, and you know that's come into criticism over the years, and rightfully so. Okay, obviously, you know, this is the mid '80s, and they didn't think like that. It was just like, okay, you're an actor, can you do this character? Can you do this or that? And we'll put brown face on you. We'll do all these different things, and you can do it. Here's the thing: fucking fooled me. For years I did not know that guy was white. You know, I obviously as a kid, I didn't know
same here.
I think.
Night, Mom.
Night, Mom and Nasty. Thanks for stopping by. Always good to have you.
Love you.
I want to say. I don't know if this was it or not, but I feel like I kind of figured it out when I saw Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yeah.
When he was Iggy Koopa. And I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't look like him.
Well, they said like even like the Indian community didn't realize that he was not Indian. They thought he was one of the Bollywood actors.
Yeah, they you know, even Aziz Ansari
I saw
talked
that
about it. He did a show, what is it? Shit. I can't remember what his show was called. Master of Nothing. That's what it was. They did an episode talking about Indian films and everything like that, Indians in film. And one of the things was he always remembered Short Circuit 2, because obviously Fisher Stevens is the lead in Short Circuit 2 as Ben. And he was like, oh, whatever happened to that Indian actor? And once he researched it and found out, like, oh, no, that was a Caucasian actor. He was like, what the fuck? And of course, he got in touch with Fisher Stevens, kind of talked about it. And it was one of those things. It was, you know, obviously, you know, there's people out there that are going to be a little bit more critical of it. But it's one of those things. And I don't want to get into some big ordeal about it. It's one of those things that obviously back at the time, people were ignorant and the studios just thought, oh, you know, no big deal. Times were different. Doesn't make it acceptable, but we've learned from our mistakes. Now, if there was a Short Circuit or any kind of reboot or anything like that, you're going to use an Indian actor or ethnic actor, depending on the role. We've learned from our mistakes, but back then that wasn't the case. And even though it may have been a mistake, Fisher Stevens took the role. You know, he was a very young actor at the time, so to him it was just, you know, I'm trying to put food on the plate. You know, I'm just trying to make a living. But he took the role very seriously. You know, he not only spent time in the Indian community. I think for the second film, he specifically went to India and spent time in the culture and immersed himself, because he wanted to do justice, you know, for the Indian people, and he didn't want it to come off as offensive or phony or anything like that. So he even had a dialect coach, and he had another guy that was with him like 24/7 during the filming. And he would be like, oh, you know, he would do his scenes or he'd say his dialogue, and he would even go after in between takes and be like, hey, was that all right? You know, kind of confirming like, oh, you know, am I doing it right? Or am I, you know, what, you know, how would it be any different if I was an actual Indian person? And the guy there would, you know, was basically telling him, no, you're doing it right. So he approached the role with respect. And there was never, you know, I always say, always look at the intent. If you can tell when somebody's trying to be disrespectful to any type of minority or anything like that. And that wasn't the case here with Fisher Stevens anyway. You can say that, you know, the creators of the film, the studios or whatever, they might not have been as sensitive about it. But because I think in an interview, he even said they wanted to change it up. It was originally written the character being white, and they wanted to change it up to make it like a little bit more funny because obviously he has broken English. So, you know, the communication barrier there would make it quite humorous, you know, being because obviously Ben's new to the culture, the American culture, and he's saying a lot of stuff that, you know, is wrong. But yeah, it was originally written as a white character. They decided to change it. And I think they even at one point were considering making him Chinese, which would have been really fucked up. But no, they ended up doing the character of Ben the way they did. And it is what it is, you know. And like I said, it's one of those things that at the time, should they have cast an Indian actor? Yes. And now we realize that, you know, that's the mistake, and moving forward we learn as people. That's how we learn from our mistakes. So it is what it is. But I gotta say, Fisher Stevens, man, does a great job in this film, man. He is hilarious. And the character Ben, it's not like they're disrespecting, they're not making fun of Indians or anything like that. You know, the character is a genius, and usually Newton Crosby's the butt of the joke in all the scenes between those two. It's like, you know, he's always getting, you know, like Ben's telling him, he says, oh, it's been like 5 years since I drove, and Ben's like, oh, it seems like more like 10 to me or whatever. You know, so it's like always Newton Crosby, like I said, being the butt of the joke. So but Ben, man, he cracks me up. Whenever after they capture him, because they do the big chase scene, and then they come off, he almost drives off the cliff, they show up. I'm sure, Dave, do you have a Ben quote? A Ben quote from the scene between them once they meet Ali Sheedy and Johnny Five?
Well, he did say the one.
I have seen some strange, bizarre drivers, but you will be awarded the cake.
See, I always like too whenever they're getting ready to go look for him, and then Marner's sitting there talking to him. He's like, "Hey, I didn't say you could take number 2." He's like, well, yeah, but he's the best self-defense mechanism we got against this thing. And he's like, great. So instead of 11 million, now we have 22. And then Ben's like, we're going to need gas too.
Need gas money too.
Gas money. Yeah, I like that one too.
So many good lines. So many good lines. And then they capture him. And this is one that a lot of people don't pick up on, because whenever Johnny's in the back of the truck and he's kind of like, he's powered down, I guess, but he's not completely shut down because he can still function somewhat. And you got Ben in the passenger seat and one of the military guys driving. The military guy is telling some fucking weird story about some chick named Hazel, like over in some other country. And you hear Ben being like, oh, that's such a funny American name. And he's like, I thought it was a nut.
Well, that dude is like one of the bodyguards, I think, in Roadhouse.
Yeah, he was. Holy shit.
I was trying to find his name, and I couldn't fucking find him anywhere.
I knew I recognized his face. Maybe Marvin J. McIntyre? Is that it? Yeah, that's him.
There was a couple of those guys that I was like, I know.
That's who it was. Okay, yeah. He was Weiss in the original Running Man. And he was the mortician in Back to the Future Part 3.
Okay.
I was like, I recognize that face. So yeah, Marvin J. McIntyre is the military guy driving with him. And then Johnny figures out a way to get one of the, I think it's wrench or something, and drops it down and is able to reboot his system. And they realize that he's back online, and he's got the red eyes. That's always the sign that he's about to be lethal. Is that he's got those red eyes, and he's got his laser ready to shoot. Which
he's rather intimidating that way too. Everybody's like that. You're like, oh shit, 25 pissed off.
And one of the cool things about the laser cannons that they have, whenever they kind of fire up to shoot, it's the same sound effect from Ghostbusters at the proton packs. So fun little Easter egg.
I'll have to go back now and listen to that and compare them.
There was some other Easter type egg that what was it? Some Stephen King movie, I think it was. Is that who it was? No, Wes Craven movie.
Oh,
Wes Craven
that I
movie was
never
that?
even heard of.
But they ended up using parts of the original Johnny Five robot to put in this robot movie.
What movie was it?
I forget what the name of it was. I just remember seeing a scene where they were talking about it because I was watching some trivia shit about Short Circuit, and it was a little robot grabbing some dude by the nuts.
Was it Deadly?
It was some Wes Craven movie.
Was it Deadly Friend? Maybe
That's it. Yeah.
That's the one that's got Christy Swanson.
I've never seen that one before.
I never even heard of it. I didn't
Really?
know the movie
Yeah.
existed.
Oh wow, that was actually that was one of the first Wes Craven movies that I watched. It was on TV.
Not
on
me.
TNT. It was on TNT one night when I was a kid. Yeah,
But I was like, that's kind of fucking crazy. I'm gonna have to try to find this movie now.
It's not very good, but it deserves a watch.
One of the things though I did like whenever Crosby and Ben are running around trying to look for the robot, and he was like, people like headlights, and he's like, oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, then Ben's driving, and he's like, so where are you from? He's like, originally, he's like Bakersfield. He's like, what about your ancestors? Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He's just like, what?
You can tell these guys are total nerds. They've just been cooped up in the lab. They have no kind of social awareness. Very socially awkward guys. They're interested. Clearly, they're interested in women, and they have no idea how to talk to women. So it's like they're just going back and forth on how they think they should talk to women.
Did she ram her tongue down your throat?
Or tell me. He wants to know all the details. But
her pants are blazing for you.
and we'll get to my favorite quote here in a little bit. But
that was one of those moments where Dax was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "Don't worry about it.
We'll find out later, son."
Yeah.
But he reboots himself and he's getting ready. He's got the red eyes and everything like that. And the driver is like, "Will it kill me if I stop?" And Ben is like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Will it kill me if I don't stop?" And he's like, I'm speechless or whatever. And so he's like, "I'm going to stop." And good decision. And they just jump out and run and dive into the side of the road.
Into a ditch.
Yeah, I don't know why you had to dive, but okay, pal. And then he rips out the seat and drops it off, and now he's driving the truck. He finds the tracking device on him, and it's a fun little moment where he throws the tracking device in some old couple's truck in one of their grocery bags, and they follow it down, and all of a sudden they pull up, and there's a whole military blockade with guns pointed at them. And what's the old woman say? I hope you took the grass out of the glove compartment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was something else Dax asked. Why do they have grass in their glove compartment? I was like, you'll find out later.
It's wheat.
Dad, is that where you keep your grass?
No, son, mine's right under here. No. Just kidding. Joke. He doesn't even know I smoke grass.
Damn, it's medicinal. But yeah. So now Johnny goes back. He circles the wagons and heads back to Stephanie's, man. And he gets there and she's taking a bubble bath. Now this is where it gets a little strange, because he goes. He's got
different or something.
Well, yeah, you change color, but he shows up. We bust open the door. And he has like a bush, camouflage. But then he's like, "Oh, Stephanie, you've changed color. Nice software."
Yeah.
Like, you sure don't talk like a robot. But you kind of, I don't know. They kind of touch, because you have that interaction, and then obviously he's out watching TV. He's watching Saturday Night Fever, which was directed by John Badham. And he's dancing around, he's so happy to be alive, and she sees him dancing around. Then he wants her to dance with him, and they're doing a little number or whatever. And it's like one of those things. It's like, you could have very easily fucked up this film by trying to turn some human robot romance thing going on.
Now we're getting
what it kind of goes. It's kind of where it goes to. It's kind of weird.
The bubble.
But it didn't cross the line. They stopped themselves. They're like, okay, wait, no, this is too much. It's not like it reminds me of Howard the Duck. Whenever Leah Thompson is with Howard, and you're just like, wait a minute. Yeah,
Howard the Duck without the pedophiles, huh?
So it could have very easily been derailed with some type of romance between Johnny and Stephanie. Thank God.
Thank God.
It was lighthearted. All right, it was just
what kind of attachment you come with?
Very, very platonic.
I was having flashbacks to that horrible Frankenstein movie that recently came out. It was very, very similar.
Frankenstein.
No.
Igor.
Wrong movie.
But no,
you're talking about a very much a much better movie. But
but no, they kept it platonic. All right, they're just friends.
Yeah. Now I wonder if the adult industry got a hold of a parody. If they made a parody of that at all.
Oh God,
Dave, you're the expert.
Like short circuit. He's got some fucking drill.
I like how she's like, "You're a great dancer," and I'm like, "Yeah, he's just fucking wheeling around in circles." Like, what are you talking about?
I kind of had the same thought.
Well, they're just having fun, guys. It's no pigs.
Let them have their fun.
So now it's the next morning. Frank shows up because he saw her on TV. He knows there's a reward out for
$25,000.
Yeah, it went real quick from a fucking tour of the facilities to $25K. Which why didn't you just throw that out there in the first place?
Right,
schmuck.
But I don't know him. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yes, fuck it. So he thinks that the robot's still there. He shows up at the house and he goes in and Johnny doesn't know any different. He's like trying to offer him. That was another thing. He's cooking breakfast for Stephanie, and he's taking it like the instructions literal. So he's like, a dozen eggs or whatever, and he just dumps them in, or like the sausage,
the pancakes.
Yeah,
the box of pancakes.
I know it's hash browns.
Yeah, the hash browns.
Or whatever. Yeah,
they're still in the box. And it's like, flip them over. It's like, is something burning?
I like how he's like beating the shit out of the pancake batter, and he's like still lumpy. I'm like, the fuck it is. It looks like a bowl full of milk.
It's still lumpy. But yeah, Frank the asshole shows up trying to cash in, and she convinces him to tell. He's like, tell him exactly where you're taking him. Oh, we're gonna take you back to Nova. Nova.
Disassemble. No disassemble.
Chaos ensues, and he's trying to go out there and shoot him. And he
takes his fucking car apart.
Takes the car apart in no time.
Yeah.
And he's blocking the bullets with pieces of the car, and he's like, "How's he doing that?" And then he lays. I don't know why. This always cracked me up as a kid. Whenever he starts lasering Frank, and
his pants come down.
Well, not that
shit.
No, the part that cracks me up is whenever he lasers like the heels of his boots, and and Frank's kind of like standing on his tiptoes, and Johnny's going woo, 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 woo. And then he just lasers the bill of his hat. You see the bill of the hat go flying off. It's like I'm thinking of my obviously it's funny, but like. You would think that if somebody's shooting you with a laser gun, that it's not just going to blow off it would have went right through his head.
100%.
Yeah, especially the angle too. He was in front of him. It
was beginning to blowing up tanks and shit.
Yeah.
It's like something else that Dax said when dude had the rifle, and Dax goes, "What's he going to do with that?"
Right.
I was like, it's like yeah, good point. He's got a fucking 22. And he's gonna shoot it at this fucking like robot that's made out of steel. Not gonna do too much.
I don't know. They were shooting at him earlier. Whenever Scroder and them showed up at the what was it?
That's what I think every time I hear his fucking name. I can't take it serious.
They were shooting him up. He had to replace a couple parts because of that.
Arm fixed.
Yeah, so it could do damage. So
then do a little bit, but I don't know.
He dispatched Frank with ease. That guy, he's out of there.
You come crawling back to me. He's fucking running down the street holding his pants on his tiptoes. I don't get cowboy boots, man. They're such a fucking wasteful shoe.
For you?
It's all.
I've never liked cowboy boots. You can't run from the cops in them or nothing. They ain't got no traction.
As a kid, I used to have them all the time, but that's when I was.
Don't get it.
You know, I didn't really have much of a say in what I dressed, but
we got to take you line dancing, Chad, man. Throw a little cowboy hat on you, little do-si-do, motherfucker.
I feel like there'd be some fighting going on that night.
You know, I'll tell you. I one time, I did end up drunkenly in a line dancing row, not realizing it. I was at a bar that I'd never been to with a bunch of people, and it was like a country bar. Like it was like big time, like cowboy kind of bullshit or whatever.
Was it called the Blue Oyster?
No. But there was always people online. I was trying to get back to my friends, and I just kept just taking a piss. So I was walking in the middle of it. Next thing I know, like I'm like, why is everybody standing in line? Are we waiting? Are we have to, like, what are we doing? Next thing I know, I'm like following along with everybody. I was like, what's happening here? I was fucking trashed. And unfortunately, it was back at a time when not everybody had phones, so there's no footage of this. But I assure you, I did not get laid that night, and it was very embarrassing.
It's very seldom you can trust somebody wearing cowboy boots.
You didn't happen to see any honky tonk badonkadonk?
What?
No?
Probably, maybe. I was trash.
Perhaps. Why is it like there's a certain staple of all your stories, Chuck, where you're taking a piss?
Sleeping in a bathroom.
This is a reoccurring theme here.
I mean, I pee a lot.
I pee freely.
It's part of life, and I do it a lot. And it just so happens that it's an everyday part of life.
Piss, urinate.
In the restroom.
Piss, urinate. Relieve yourself. So yeah. So what? They're still on the hunt for Johnny, man. They're trying to capture Johnny 5. Schroeder wants to fucking put this to an end.
I can't help it.
Johnny and Stephanie come up with this idea that we're going to meet up with the one bozo that can help us, Newton Crosby, PhD.
So what'd she do? She calls them and she talks to the main dude. I don't know why she thought that was a good idea in the first place.
The Piss Master. Chuck, that's your new name. I'm going to add that to the promo.
No.
It's like the Beastmaster, but different.
Same, but different. Yeah, she calls up Nova and she says, "This is where I'm going to be." Brilliant.
Yeah, great idea.
They go to apparently
me there. Just
apparently,
me?
Yeah. None of these interactions are supposed to be romantic. Like somehow we're forwarding or progressing this relationship between Newton Crosby and Stephanie, and there's not really anything romantic going on. It's just them kind of bantering back and forth about what's right and what's wrong when it comes to this robot.
But he also has a little bit of a crush on her, though.
Sure, but she hasn't done anything to indicate that that's the feeling is mutual. she's basically cursing him out, without the profanity, like saying that he's scum of the earth, jerk of the world. So yeah, they figure, okay, this is the guy that can help us. And they set up the meeting at the honky tonk place where Chuck was line dancing the one night, taking a piss. And I don't know how. I guess he's just not paying attention, but
because the waiter's the fucking dude.
Crosby does not realize that the entire Nova security team is there undercover. All right, cool. Because he's so transfixed with this chick, he's just trying to interact with her, and they're going back and forth. And she's like, "Okay, I'll take you to him. He's out back." And he's like, "Oh, well, take him to me. Take me to him too." And it's like, "Oh, Schroeder, what are you doing here?" And they're like, "Oh, thanks for your help, Crosby." And he's like, "No, I wasn't helping these guys." Again. Yeah. So it was all set up, and now the chaos ensues. But while that's going on, Johnny's out in the woods, and he comes across his old buddies, the other robots, the other Saint robots, and they're out to catch him. And This is such a fun little sequence because the way he dispatches each one, it's from the different films that he had been watching on television and everything like that, where he's like setting a trap and Shanghaiing the one robot and then throwing mud in the other's eyes and everything like that, and the one he leads into the shitter, and for whatever reason, when he crashes into the outhouse, it explodes and shit goes everywhere. Okay. I don't know why it would blow up. It's just an outhouse. There's nothing there that it would explode. But
how pissed would you be if you bought a fucking fighting robot for $11 million and he gets taken out by a fucking face full of mud?
Yeah, it's like, these guys are supposed to be able to deal with like any type of enemy situation, and it's like, oh, they're so easily dispatched.
Well, and those 3 robots are the worst fucking shots ever too.
Yeah,
because none of their lasers fucking ever hit Johnny, and Johnny was fucking rifling off shots to Frank or whatever the fuck his name was, just fucking like being accurate as shit.
Right,
and then they're fucking running around like a goddamn bunch of stormtroopers, fucking just shooting everything.
and of course, probably the line that we remember most from our childhood, which we showed in the opening sequence, was, "Hey, Laser Lips, your mama was a snowblower." and that's one of those things. Whenever you're a kid, man, you're always looking for something you can say that sounds bad, that's not going to get you in trouble.
I did the total opposite. I always made sure to say things that got me in trouble. Got in trouble for repeating Beetlejuice to a bunch of my friends, and my mother was standing behind me. I didn't realize it. I went nice fucking model and grabbed myself and kicked over a bike.
Honk, honk.
Yeah. And first mom blamed my Michael Jackson for that, and I was like, "No, Mom, it's in Beetlejuice."
You know what? I got sent to the office in 5th grade for calling this chick a bimbo. I was like, I remember them pulling me in the office, and they're like, "You can't call her that." And I had no idea. I was like, I was telling the principal, I was like, "They say this all the time on Married with Children." It's not that big a deal. They say it on TV, and they're like, "No, that's bad." I'm like, whatever.
She reminds me whenever fucking Ben was going to say bingo, and he's like, "Bimbo,
bimbo." So yeah, I always love that. Your mama was a snowblower. That's a great diss, or great robot diss, And that's the funny thing is the comedy with the robots. It's just like, he reprograms them to basically do the same Three Stooges routine
in 7 minutes.
Yeah, in no time. And so it's like all of a sudden they come out of the woods and they're doing the and all the different things, and then all the Nova guys are just standing there like, what the hell's going on?
Well, he even made it to where they even have the same kind of hair, like
hairstyle.
Like Larry. Yeah. That was kind of cool.
Like the moss and shit on the one's head.
Yeah.
Which that whole thing that movie actually might have Dax curious about the Three Stooges also. So
ooh, nice lead in, right?
Yeah, I ain't mad about it.
So again, he reprograms the robots. I think this is kind of like the first time that Newton Crosby really starts to think like, oh, something incredible is going on here, because it's like he saw it like bits and pieces earlier on, but he's just not convinced. He's just like, oh, this is malfunctioning. They're just doing something weird. But now, now he's impressed, because he's like, oh, he's just completely reprogrammed these 3 other robots in no time whatsoever. And he's like, okay, this is like, there's something special going on here. So he definitely wants to capture Johnny Five and be able to study in it. He doesn't want Schroeder and his team getting to him. He doesn't want him damaged whatsoever. So they're on the hunt again for him. But this time Johnny shows up and ends up kidnapping Shanghai Newton Crosby, and then they go off to the rocky hillside or whatever where they're hiding out, and they have a little heart-to-heart time. Newton Crosby and Johnny Five get to know each other, because Stephanie wants them to kind of build this rapport and understand. It's like, spend time with him, and then you understand that he is alive, because there's a progression. Earlier on in the film, Johnny's number 5 is talking in third person, essentially. He's like, oh, number 5 is alive. But then once you get to this point in the film, he's progressed and he's saying, I am alive. He has this self-awareness now. And, that's kind of the thing that shows you that he has become more human. He's acting more like a person than a robot now. And they go back and forth. I think he's doing, Crosby tries to do like a Rorschach test, pouring some coffee on. Oh, what do you see here? And he names off the, different things.
Tomato, pepper.
Yeah. Oh, now you're talking like a robot. And he's like, oh, butterfly, hummingbird or whatever. And he's like, what?
Maple
Where?
leaf.
Yeah, maple leaf. And Crosby's like, what? Where? No shit. Where's he shit? I always love that. So
Dax
Dax
got a kick out of that too, him cussing.
Yeah. So they spend the whole night hanging out, bullshitting, shooting the shit. And finally, Crosby comes up with the brilliant idea. He's going to tell number 5 a joke. And it's a fucking terrible joke. Really, Johnny shouldn't have even laughed at this. And somehow he's just like laughing so hysterically that his voice is echoing through the canyons and all this. Talking about, just throw the money up and whatever God wants, God keeps. He's like, even in Crosby's like, I think I screwed up the punchline.
Yeah.
but that's what sold him on Johnny being alive, was that he's having this spontaneous emotional response. You tell a joke and he's laughing. A robot wouldn't be able to do that. Only a person or something with human characteristics and emotion would be able to respond in such a way.
Skinwalker. Just saying. So now we've convinced Crosby Johnny 5 is alive. Thank God. But now they've Schroeder and them show up. They found him somehow. I don't know. I swear, real quick, I just got to do this because every time that you say Schroeder, these two down here, I got to do this. Beavis and Butthead. Today we're going to talk about penises and vaginas.
He said Schroeder.
Because that's the episode they're not able to laugh. So they're like they're
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite episode.
All right, Schroeder and his team show up, and they're trying to protect Johnny. I love when he gets so scared, and you just see this quick cut of the robot hand like rolling up the window real quick. Yeah. He's like, hide, or whatever he's saying.
Locks the door.
And so yeah, they end up trying to stop them from taking him. They pull Crosby and Stephanie away, and they start shooting at the truck. Truck flies open, back flies open, and out you see Johnny 5 driving off, trying to escape. And they think he's going to escape, and all of a sudden we got a Huey.
Huey.
Is that what they call him now?
When did they stop calling them choppers?
I don't know.
But tell me about this.
we had a Huey show up, and
that was cool. He said scrotum.
Huey shows up, and they blow the fucking robot to pieces. Holy shit.
Johnny, no.
Yeah, and as a kid, you're probably sitting there like, holy crap.
Traumatized.
As a kid, I was in tears. I looked over at Dax at that moment. He wasn't in tears. He was just like,
yeah, it's one of those like, oh my gosh, they killed him. And one of the kind of like the coldest fucking scenes in this film is when the military guys are walking back with pieces of him. And the guy's like, oh, I'll trade you. The guy's got like a head and he wants to trade for an arm or something like that, or vice versa. And it's just so fucked up to think, because we know that he's alive. And if you think about like how probably military people were like in other war zones and everything, like there's certain people or military guys that behave like that with human body parts.
Yeah,
Huh?
You said were as if it doesn't still happen. But
Well, yeah, obviously it still happens, but
It's like Dolph Lundgren collecting ear necklaces.
yeah, like can you imagine like being at like some type of war zone and you just see two of these military guys like with somebody's decapitated head and another piece of their body, like just carrying around, joking around like nothing. And so to me, that scene is just like so fucking cold blooded, where it's like, man, they don't know he was alive or whatever, but the audience, you're just like, and even Ali Sheedy has a great reaction where she's just like completely disgusted, and she's like, she freaks out, and they gotta leave. Yeah, and they leave and they take off, and we come to find out, as they're driving off into the sunset, that he had made a replica of himself and sent it out, and Johnny 5 is alive. Thank God. Yay.
He made a whole robot in 5 minutes.
I always thought there was the backup. I thought it was number one.
I did too.
Well, because
or number two. Yeah,
because when they did the Three Stooges thing, wasn't it just three?
There's only 3 robots.
They have number 2 with them to hunt down Johnny.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So I always figured like number 2 was still in the back of the truck.
That's what I think it was, but they fucked up the line.
Well, the thing to me was, how would Nova not realize that, there's a robot still missing? Because it's like, okay, they got the 3 from the Three Stooges part. They just blew up 5. Where's the other one?
Well, they're not even worried about it now. They just probably, there's like.
They should be. That was the whole point of this film. They were trying to get the fucking robots back.
There's only 4 of them. Where's number 5?
We lost another one, sir.
So yeah.
So I mean, they can't really tell when it comes to that.
Sure, but, you can. You could find the plating.
If it's burnt up,
maybe.
You never know. Little tiny little plot hole there.
Semantics. It doesn't matter.
Is there part of the desert in fucking Oregon? I've never been to Oregon.
I wouldn't say there's desert. There's plains.
Yeah. Haven't you ever heard of the Oregon Trail?
No.
But yeah, this was filmed in Oregon. Pretty much the same place where, same area where I think is Astoria, the same area where Goonies was filmed.
Yeah.
So if you watch it and you're like, oh, these settings look very similar, that's why. Kindergarten Cop as well was filmed up there. So yeah, Johnny 5 is alive, and they're going to what? To Montana.
Kimball, you idiot.
Crosby lost his job, so now he's going to take them to the Montana. He's like, oh, what did he say? My grandfather left.
I think it was his uncle, wasn't it?
Uncle, somebody left him. He's like, oh, left me a few acres of land up there, and then it turns into like
40,
like a shit ton of acres.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's like, oh, you got lots of room for animals, and she's like, I'm going to use this dude for his land.
Yeah, and he's like, wait, how many animals are we talking about here? So yeah, they're going to Montana to live happily ever after, and that's the film Short Circuit, man. Such a good flick. Is there any other parts that you guys love, or lines that I left out that you want to touch on?
Is there any Ben quotes left?
There is one, my favorite that we haven't said yet, and oh my god, I laughed fucking so like you've got the LOL, laugh out loud, but I fucking laughed out loud for reals whenever he said that, when him and Crosby are standing there talking about Stephanie. And Ben goes, I'm thinking she's a virgin, or at least she used to be. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. Oh man. So good, man. So many good. Ben kills it. Fisher Stevens, the Ben character, say what you will. But he did an amazing job and fooled everybody for years and years. They thought it was an Indian actor.
Did the guy that played Schroeder, did he ever play anything where he wasn't a douchebag in a movie?
Probably, but there's nothing that comes to mind.
I mean, I've always just remembered him being like either some kind of law enforcement guy or a military guy, and like almost everything I've seen him in.
I mean, he's pretty much playing the same character he is in Police Academy.
That's what we were saying.
He's
where
just missing the dog.
To the T.
Yeah, just missing the dog.
Him and his dog.
What was his dog's name again?
Princess. That's more like a prince to me.
Oh man, Proctor, GW
Yeah.
Bailey, man, so good. But yeah, man.
Classic.
I like I said, I appreciate this film more so now than I did before. I was always, you know, Dave said earlier that he had watched part 2 so many times more than the first one, and I think it's the same case for me. I don't know why, because I went back and watched part 2, and it's good and all, but definitely the first film is superior in my opinion. It's just overall,
I remember that
from start to finish. I love everything about it. And in part 2, there's a lot of plot holes, a lot of shit that is very goofy and doesn't make sense. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff you don't need in part 2. But
I want to see part 1.5 to see what the fuck Stephen Crosby's been doing at their farm or whatever the fuck.
Just farming, man.
Between shit.
Just farming.
And why hasn't been there? Like, why'd they fucking make his ass move to New York?
Well, they didn't. If you remember, they just Johnny kicked him out of the truck, and that was the last we saw of Ben in the first film.
That's true.
So I guess Ben gets fired, and Newton and Stephanie and Johnny are in Montana, and Ben decides to go on to the opposite side of the country and become a U.S. citizen.
Screwed him. Every time I watch it, I'll be laughing at Scroder.
You have to.
That was the goal.
Every time.
One thing I never understood, because you know in the second one they were selling those toys. Why the fuck didn't they sell those toys?
Oh yeah.
Why didn't they? Why aren't they selling them now? I will buy one right now and put it right here on the desk.
Kind of cool.
I was looking at some. They had like, I don't know if they actually worked and shit, but they were like,
they don't have to work.
They had like a Lego figure one too.
Those toys in the second one were so cool though.
They were.
Right. Take 100 at $50 a piece, or 1,000.
And what was the thing? He was leaving her Morse code in the songs so she could find him in a taxi.
Yeah, in the second one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
What is something?
Help me, Rhonda. Help me.
Yeah.
I forgot that shit till you just now said that. Where they're yeah, okay, man.
Because they locked him and Michael McKean in the freezer in a Chinese restaurant or something.
Yeah. I didn't forgot that guy was in it until I looked up the cast last night.
For silk shirt.
Yeah, they couldn't. I guess they couldn't afford to bring back Gutenberg or Ali Sheedy. So Fisher Stevens took the lead in the second film with Michael McKean.
He said that Gutenberg, they couldn't give him a script, so he didn't want to do it.
And, I mean, you can't really blame him. I mean, you don't have a script for an actor a lot of times, especially for a sequel.
I mean, either that or money, and they're just not saying it.
Well, true.
What year was the second one?
88.
So maybe was he in Police Academy 4? No, that's whenever they brought the other guy in, right?
I think he was in 4.
When did they bring in Sergeant Nephew?
4 was his last one.
Yeah.
So maybe there was a schedule conflict that we don't know about.
Possibly.
I don't know what year. I don't know what year 4 came out.
Yeah, Ben's up in New York doing his thing. Homeless. He still. I like the part. I like the fact that he still has the Nova truck.
Right.
He's living out of the Nova truck. Like he's taken a Nova robotics truck and moved to New York. Crosby has taken a Nova robotics truck and moved to Montana. And Nova's just like, all right, cool.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yes, fuck it.
Tax write-off.
But there are definitely certain things from the second film that stand out. You know, me and Dave talked about it before. Los Locos.
Kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face.
Los Locos kick your balls into outer
space.
Is that in the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that as a kid now. All right. That's crazy. I am going to go back and watch that.
It's our one tattooed henchman and every fucking played a bad guy in every movie. The fuck's that guy's name? I always forget his fucking name. Ah, fuck. The guy with all the tattoos.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about, but I have no idea what his name is.
I don't remember either.
Probably Tattooed Guy 1.
Could be.
That's very possible.
But the one thing from the second film that I will always defend, and I will fight somebody.
Robert Lasardo.
There you go.
Yeah. That guy's cool. He always plays some pretty ruthless characters.
I will always say that the sequence that Chad talked about in the second film, the Bonnie Tyler holding out for a hero sequence. Oh my gosh. It is so good. I think as a kid, I probably got emotional about it because it's such, there's a whole lot of serious undertones. Like you're saying, Mike, this is a fucking robot movie. It's a comedy, it's over the top, but there's a lot of serious undertones especially to the second film where, he's kind of dealing with almost like depression and trying to understand the world and how he's being mistreated. And there's a lot of people out there that could relate. Obviously they're not a robot, but there's people that are being persecuted by society, or their stereotypes, or being put down for the way you look, or whatever it may be. And I think one of the more serious parts, or one of the things that, like, I'm watching the second one, whenever he's chained up in like the police lockup or whatever, because they don't put him in the jail, they put him with like all the stolen merchandise, and he's like just chained up like some kind of animal. And Ben comes like, oh, wait, why do you have him chained up and all this and stuff? And he's like, oh, you're free, Johnny. You can, go. And he just pulls he could have left at any time. He could have pulled the chains off because he's that powerful. But he's getting ready to wheel away, and Ben finds the books that he was reading because he's gone to the bookstore, and he's like, oh, these are two books that I really want to read over and over again. And it was Frankenstein and Pinocchio. And I just thought it was so poignant for a robot to kind of have that self-awareness and to think, kind of compare those stories to what he's experiencing as a robot. So obviously, very silly robot comedy, but there's very serious undertones, and I appreciate those for what they are. And that scene, like I said, at that point, he's basically dying. And he just wants to get, revenge more than anything against Oscar, and because of what he's done. Like, he's betrayed him. Like, he thought Oscar was his friend, and he stole the diamonds, and he's trying to get away. And it's just like, you got him hitched to the back of that truck, and you just got that holding out for a hero kicks in, and just the way, I always say that, whenever a director or a filmmaker, anybody can take music, we've talked about this with Tarantino. He's very masterful at it. You can take a song and put it to a scene, and it can make all the difference. And this is one of those things where it's a robot, trying to catch a guy, but it seems so much more dramatic because he's bleeding out battery fluid, or battery acid or whatever. And he's dying, but he wants to save that. It's like, my dying, with my final, not breath, but my final act of living, I'm going to get revenge on this person who wronged me. And I don't know, it's such a good scene, and people are going to be like, Mike, what the fuck are you talking about? But I think it's the shit. And it's part 2 is a lot of fun. Obviously we can't go into it in detail or whatever, but
Oscar, now I'm really pissed off.
Now I'm really pissed off. Anything else from part 2, Dave, that jumps out of you that you want to?
I hated the part when they disassemble him.
Yeah, where they're beating him down.
To see the second
movies we
as
grew
a
up
kid,
with,
I hated that scene too.
Yeah, like movies back then, they didn't give a fuck if they traumatize us. Like the fucking Never-Ending Story and fucking all this shit. It's like, it's why I got issues, man.
RoboCop.
RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop really didn't give a fuck.
Like the Bonnie Tyler scene, Michelle and I had both been more scared because of the bullshit going on.
Yeah. It's a very well shot scene. When you can take something so silly and turn it into a very dramatic sequence and kind of get that emotion out of people, like you said, with where he's getting beaten down by these thugs. They even mentioned online that like some of the crew while they were watching that got emotional, so it's crazy to think, but I mean, that's, I think, one of the characteristics about the Johnny Five character that people love is that he's got this innocence about him that makes you just kind of love him. There's nothing bad about him. He understands right and wrong, and he's always the good guy, and he's always got these people that are trying to take advantage of him. In the second film, Fred's trying to sell him off, and Oscar's trying to use him to help steal the diamonds and everything like that. So he's just constantly dealing with all this deception and people betraying him and everything like that. And it's just kind of more, like I said, there's more undertones of seriousness in the second one. But yeah, man, I like both films, but now going back, revisiting the first one is far superior. First one, I would say almost perfect, from cover to cover. Just so funny.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, not only the interactions between Stephanie and Johnny, but like I said, the interactions between Ben and Crosby, or Crosby and Schroeder, their interactions with Marner, just all these characters work so well together. And like I said, 40 years later, you can watch this and this robot looks cool. I don't give a shit. It's like we're on the forefront of AI and all these different technologies. And, you can look back in 1986 and see this robot, that they built just for a film, and it's still cool and it still looks high tech. And, obviously it would be a lot different if they made it nowadays, but
yeah. I know they talked about remaking it like back in 2019 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just kind of got put on the back burner, which is good because there's certain movies that just don't need remade or rebooted, because they would definitely fuck this shit up. Because I mean, like before they were going to do, I think the one in 2016 they talked about doing it too, and they were going to keep Johnny looking the exact same way, which is, I was like, well, that's what they should do.
Yeah.
Like there's no need to change them.
What's funny is, though, me and a buddy of mine were talking earlier about this movie, and we were talking about Chopping Mall. And how like it's almost like a horror version of that, in a way, because they're very similar. I mean, they're different robots, but very similar.
Right.
I think it's funny in the second one, they even came up with like robotic slurs. Like he's offended when the people are calling him droid. So like that's something we have to look forward to. Once these robots and AI start taking over, they start calling them droid, and they're gonna get so fucking offended. Huh? You fucking droid. Because there's a difference. I looked this up because I was like, okay, is there a reason that Johnny would be offended at being called a droid? A droid, which is short for android, obviously, is supposed to be a robot with human appearance or characteristics, and Johnny is not an android. Johnny is a robot, and all androids are robots, but not all robots are androids. And it's because of that difference between the two. So obviously coming from Johnny's perspective, he's like, I'm a robot. Don't call me a fucking android. I ain't no fucking droid. I'm not fucking C-3PO, motherfucker.
I'm not always a huge fan of remakes. The classics are good the way they are, in my opinion.
Most of them. There's a couple out there that I choose over the originals. I've managed to piss people off with sometimes.
Not The Running Man.
No, fuck both those movies.
No. But yeah, man, I've loved this film. I love the franchise. I hope they don't do anything else with it. Leave it the way it is. Anything else, guys? I mean, this is, it's kind of, robot films, they've come a long way since 1986, obviously. Over the weekend, I finally watched Companion, Chuck, and I enjoyed that. So that's very similar, where, you got that character of Iris as the robot, or android, technically.
Didn't you like the fact that it went totally different direction what you probably were thinking when you went into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought that was a good movie.
And then Well, that, and not only that, I watched a number of films over the weekend. I was just, bored binging stuff. I watched Heretic finally as well, and I had a good time with that. I'm not a big Hugh Grant fan, but I thought he did a very good job as this Mr. Reed character. Have you guys seen it yet or not?
Oh, I love that movie. I'd like to see him play more.
He doesn't watch movies.
I don't watch movies.
I'm gathering this.
Just returns them. But yeah, I watched that as well, and it was crazy because I was like, okay, I'm going to watch these films, and it turns out I didn't even realize that Sophie Thatcher is in both of them. She's Iris, and then she's one of the sisters in Heretic, and that's the actress that is also she plays the younger version of Juliette Lewis in Yellow Jackets. And I thought she did a phenomenal job in both Heretic and Companion. So she's definitely one of those ones that is on my radar now. I've always, I always put over, over Mia Goth because I love a lot of her roles as well. But now realizing that Sophie Thatcher has done, so much more. I'm way behind on the times, but yeah, Heretic I enjoyed, Companion I enjoyed, Yellow Jackets I enjoy that series as well. So Sophie Thatcher, I give props to her, and she's definitely one that's on the radar now. I'll be checking out some of her films in the future. I think she's a great actress.
Terry Hatcher,
not Terry Hatcher, Sophie Thatcher. But yeah, robot movies are still alive in 2026, and 40 years ago we had one of the best, a great comedy classic. And just love it. Short Circuit. That was my
quick little 98-minute watch.
It goes quick and
fun for the whole family.
It is. And you said Dax just had a blast with it.
Oh, he really did. No, he really did. He was over there jumping around and cackling and everything. I'm just like, man, it's weird. I remember when I was a kid doing it, watching this shit. So it was cool. It was a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I said, there's something about the Johnny Five character, man, that everybody loves. So it's like these films, I don't think I ever hear anybody talk shit unless they're talking about the Fisher Stevens stuff. Other than that, there's no hate for Short Circuit in the mainstream. So definitely, like I said, classic. Fucking love Short Circuit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there it is. Short Circuit. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. We're almost hitting the 2-hour mark again. We're going a little bit long for tonight. But as we do, click, 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 it's time for the clip of the week. Each week we do a random clip from our random clip generator, and it pulls up some goofy shit. So we are going to see, what was it last week? Flatfoot in Egypt or something? What was that, Dave?
Yeah, something like that.
Flatfoot in Egypt.
All right.
That was a strange one.
I call it garbage. That's horrible.
Let's see what she's got for us today.
Let's see what's cooking.
Dun, 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 dun.
What?
What in God's name? The hell is this?
Is the baboon wearing a suit?
Suck it.
I didn't.
What is this monkey business? Unmasking the idol. Random clip generator. I don't know what you've been smoking, man, but this is some crazy shit that you're digging from the vault.
No shit.
We're digging. We're digging some shit, all right.
All right. Well, speaking of digging, let's dig into our bag of tricks and go ahead and queue up some of our favorite ads because we would like to promote our products.
Yeah.
Leisure Trading Company is on YouTube. Head over now to see videos from Mike's travels and experiences. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Over 10,000 subscribers and growing. Thank you to all. Leisure Trading Company is also your source on eBay with many collectibles and hundreds of great gift ideas. Who loves you and who do you love? Leisure Trading Company.
You bit off a little more nasty than you can chew. Now you gotta deal with all the nasty coming down your throat.
The Pissmaster.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, look at that! Look at that right there. Let me see that. Let me see that book.
Oh, this I just have
Baboon. James Baboon.
My copies won't be until the end of the month. Man, it's such a beautiful cover. Is that not a killer cover or what?
It is.
Mine just came Saturday.
Yep.
Hell yeah!
And if I was Johnny Five, I'd be like,
Done.
that was a great.
Review.
Book.
Review.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you think about it. It's a fun one. I think that you'll appreciate it since we're 80s horror guys and goofy trauma and sci-fi and all that kind of shit. So,
oh yeah,
good sci-fi horror.
That's a dope ass cover.
Yeah, man. K-Trap Jones, who runs Evil Cookie, did that, and that's what it's out on, is Evil Cookie.
Is this one on the right side supposed to be you?
No, and when you read the book, you'll get who those guys are.
Because it says Chuck Nasty, and then this one underneath. This one has.
I think it's supposed to look like it's supposed to be one like.
Why does the suit have nipples?
I don't know. Maybe Joel Schumacher made it.
Oh, that explains it.
He's Batman.
But yeah, no, that's
big angry marshmallows.
That book is actually very different from a lot of the stuff that me and Robert's ever written, because it's more sci-fi horror. But it's if you take Halloween 3, John Carpenter movies, or not John Carpenter, but fuck, I'm drawing a blank on a bunch of shit.
Stephen King?
No. Oh, Graveyard. If you took Halloween 3, Graveyard Shift, so yeah, Stephen King, and like Trauma and author Bentley Little,
Julia Roberts.
So it's a little bit of that. Yeah,
some of the ocean films.
No, but it's good shit. And also, I'll have to say, and this one actually didn't occur to me till later on, but do you remember the movie with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons?
Oh yeah,
it was a futuristic movie. I can't remember what it was called. Gene Simmons was the bad guy. Yeah, and there was I'm guessing that somewhere in my head when some of the creatures, the machines that are in it are very similar. And
Runaway.
I was like, huh.
Yeah,
is that what it was called? Runaway?
Yeah.
Wow, what a horrible title. I thought it was something different. But whatever. Runaway.
She's a little runaway.
Ugh, don't even. But yeah, so check out that, man. Check out the Flesh and Metal and 24 Hours of Violence.
And Runaway, starring Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons.
There it is. Yeah. When I was a kid and I didn't realize, I was like, that's Gene Simmons.
Look at that fucking fake ass pistol.
Yeah, really. It's I don't know if it was an actual.
Movies in the 80s are funny.
Oh yeah.
Class of '99.
Oh, I love that movie.
So anyway,
schools weren't like that whenever we graduated. Terrible.
All right, so this week I picked Short Circuit. Last week Chuck had his birthday pick. I think it's a time we're doing Dealer's Choice again, and Dave and Chad Bang. What you got cooked up for scores next week?
Well, since we've done 2, I would say, comedies in a row, time to switch things back up and do this motherfucker. Training Day.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Denzel and Ethan.
Love that movie.
You like to get wet.
Oh yeah.
Because we're about to get wet, man. Oh, King Kong ain't got shit on this podcast because next week
with Sherman Helmsley.
Next week, motherfucking Training Day. Oh man, that's a good one.
We've talked about it for a while, but this is the 25th anniversary coming up.
25th. Ah man,
we're fucking old.
Yeah,
fucking
it
old.
is. man. But now, man, kicking off 2026 so hardcore, man. Motherfucking Dusk Till Dawn, Short Circuit.
Good night.
Tamara, thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Check out Michelle Emilio's page on YouTube. Those guys do some great spoof videos and everything like that. Show them some love. All of our different friends of the podcast. You can check out all their links are below, right, Dave?
All the links are below.
Mick Manhattan, Sturdy. All those guys. Go ahead and show them some love. Show them, give them a subscribe. Check out some of their videos and everything. And yeah, man, just stop back next week. It's gonna be a training day. You're gonna have to gear up. We're going out, and it's gonna be interesting.
It is. Who's Denzel next week?
I don't think we're allowed to do that.
There's no Denzel. No one can be Denzel but Denzel.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so yeah.
All right.
That is our show for the week. I want to thank everybody that took a moment to stop by, anybody that left a comment, anybody that took a moment just to even watch us be silly and goofy and talk about this this great film. So everybody, all of our new subscribers, old subscribers, thank you so much for everything. We appreciate you more than you know. Be sure to go ahead and share our content with your friends. Invite them to like and subscribe as well. It's free. It's free. You know, it's just us being goofy assholes.
Hey,
and, you know, it can be
TVs.
Free TVs. Where, yeah, us being just goofy guys talking about film every week, every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Stop back here and enjoy the Video Store Clerks podcast. That is our time. I thank you all very much. Good night. God bless, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Wouldn't you like to see a pepper too? Number 5 is alive!